attorney, Republican strategist, and Turning Point USA contributor Erin Elmore, also with us. Attorney Rogan O'Hanley, also known as DC Drano. Guys, Newt Gingrich is 100% correct. He says there was a willful avoidance of the facts, and the only reason why, Erin, here is because this obviously didn't fit their narrative. This doesn't fit the racist narrative. You have a black driver killing white people, or, I don't even know the races of all the folks that he harmed here, but we don't see any follow-up on this story anymore.
No, and as you said, it does not fit the narrative. And it's really sad what has happened to journalism. CNN and MSNBC and the Washington Post, they don't tell the truth. And the people that are only consuming that information don't know what's going on in the world. They want to create this world where white people are bad and everyone else is good. And there's a culture of oppression and racism because it creates chaos. And chaos makes you watch the news more. And it's truly sad because these lives that were lost, they're not getting reported either because this whole entire story doesn't fit the narrative. And honestly, I think we should really demand for more honesty in reporting, whether it's this or COVID or any other issue that's going on, Joe Biden perhaps, because people deserve the truth. And when you're not knowing where to get it and you don't know how to find it, you don't know what's going on in the world.
Again, I try not to be too overly optimistic about this. I want to be realistic, but you do see, I think, a certain degree, Erin, of people turning the channel because they're not getting an honest any honest coverage from CNN or MSNBC or any of these other kind of established media outlets, Rogan. They continue to want to push this one-sided narrative. And I think, fortunately, the viewers are responding. They're finding other places to get their information from. You guys, again, this is sort of like poetic justice, I guess, but I'm sure you guys heard what happened to Kyle Rittenhouse. A lot of folks didn't know he was enrolled as an online student at Arizona State University. He's had to, leave that because of all the threats he's got. But there was a protest on the campus this week, and let's just show you some of the vitriol from these students that were protesting Kyle Rittenhouse. Take a listen.
We want to say Kyle Rittenhouse is not just any random killer. He's a white supremacist killer. He is a vigilante. He's a descendant of white Americans who killed black and brown people.
Okay, so this was actually after the verdict had been read, and this continues. It goes on and on. The only thing that was good about this, Erin and Rogan, is that there were some patriots there on campus, and they shouted down the protest with "Let's go Brandon" chants.
I love it. You know what? Also, this girl should be careful because this is defamation. Someone that was acquitted and found not guilty of any crime is not a murderer. You cannot just say things in a vacuum. This is defamation, specifically spoken slander, and people should be accountable for the things that they say. You cannot say that he is a descendant of this and a product of that without having repercussions for your actions. And so many college campuses have emboldened people like that, where they now think that they can say anything that they want without recourse. And I really do hope that Kyle holds them to the standard that they should be held to, which is honesty and fairness, and he sues them and hits them where that hurts. And that should be their wallet.
Now, there were protesters there for what they were saying, but of course it was peaceful, Rogan. Nobody demanded that those women get off the stage and be quiet. It was just to push back. But, if this were any one of us and we were up on that stage, we would have to have a police escort or have some kind of protection because the opposite type of thought is not even allowed on college campuses anymore. I think both of these stories, both the way the Rittenhouse story was covered initially by the media, the way that Waukesha has not been really covered fairly, and you can even throw the Jussie Smollett situation in there. So many tweets that did not age well, guys, from the Jussie Smollett. We could talk about President Biden's tweet, Kamala Harris's tweet, and on down the line about how this can't happen and this should not be allowed in this country. And now he's the one who's probably going to go to jail for faking this whole thing, Erin.
As he should. It certainly appears that it should. And by the way, no cameras in that courtroom. Am I right there? But Kyle Rittenhouse, it was wall-to-wall coverage. I would love to know the true justification for that. I think we know the answer. But I think that Jussie Smollett should go to jail. He completely lied to advance his career. And we have two witnesses that are, seem to be pretty credible in this situation. And for time and time again, Kim Foxx try to get out of having to prosecute this case. I'm glad that Jussie is having his day in court as a defendant because he will likely go to jail and justice will be served.
Yeah, hot take here for a news anchor, but I actually think we should get the cameras out of the courtrooms and just go with the drawings again because based on exactly what you said, sometimes it just gets way out of hand, Rogan. dangerous game they're playing, but it happens all the time. And, we could talk more about the Alec Baldwin thing and what an abomination that was as well, but I will address that later. We're going to have Rogan and Erin come back. Also, Jennifer Kearns will hopefully join us for this week's meme team. And the memes are pretty powerful sometimes, to quote Brian Stelter, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Also, with the power of memes and their place in the universe. I know it sounds grand, but this little segment here and the idea that memes are part of the news is now going mainstream, or whatever you want to call CNN these days. This week in Over Alabama. All right, let's welcome in our meme team this week and get to their memes. Jen Kearns from All American Radio. She's also a Newsmax contributor. Erin Elmore is back with us, and so is DC Drano. All right, Jennifer, new to the meme team. Let's get to your meme. Let's get to Erin with a look at her meme. I love this one too, as well.
Oh, yes. How do you fight the Omicron variant? Put some earplugs in. So you know what they say in the news. If it bleeds, it leads. So anytime on the news there's death, destruction, misery, bloodshed, the ratings go through the roof. And that's what we see the mainstream media and the publications doing with the coronavirus. 2+ years in, everyone has had it, but they are glued to the television, terrified about what's to happen. And you know what they say also in the Amish community? You know why there's absolutely no COVID in the Amish community? Because they don't have CNN. So basically the best way to avoid Omicron is la, 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 la. Ignore it. It doesn't exist.
There was also an AP article a couple of weeks ago about in Central Africa, they basically have no COVID, and they also don't have cable there either. Jennifer, Erin, and Rogan, we'll see you guys again real soon. All right, coming up, China.